Hello everybody. Another video here. I haven't made a video in a very long time. Some of you connect to me. It's like, dear, are you okay? What's going on with you? Being quiet. You haven't made some new stuff. Learning a new things. Doing a new things. I'm too much preoccupied. You will understand right now when I make the video what I'm talking about of things. Um, I've been continue talking to a few people who begin to go into the positions that I was like a year and a half to. A lot of the people begin to make more realizations. A lot of the people ask me, Dio, could you kind of like explain this to us? Been talking to them, giving them advice, and so on and so on. The part is, though, is you. You to have yourself, your own energy. You have to become the person who you are. The person who you are within your real world, but also the person who is inside of you in your internal world. What is the internal world though? The internal world is your soul. This is where you have this existence. You exist there. The outer world, that it's the society, the physical world, what's around you in the physical realm. And a lot of the people have this problem between the two. Either go to the one and abandon the other, either goes to the other but abandon the spiritual world. So there is this internal fight for it. A lot of the people, they specifically when we came to a 5D, a lot of the people is like, Dio, could you tell us the difference? Why do we feel certain things happening on 5D, but nothing, absolutely nothing comes out in 3D? It doesn't have manifestation. It doesn't have this realizations there. It doesn't, it's like nothing happening. What you need to happen is you to learn the difference within a 5D you want and you think that what you want, your desire kind of like creates this 5D energies inside of you and you think this will happen. But the actions proved that whatever you saw in a 5D, nothing happens. Why? Whatever your situation, the most of the people, the situation is I want to be with my twin. I want to be with them. But all of a sudden, the twin doesn't want to be with you. You have this 5D energy. It's like, yeah, they're going to call me. They don't call you. Um, this is why there is a little difference within a 5D that you want so much and a 5D that's actual, it's the real 5D that you need to work on it. For those who still fighting within the an 4D, which is going through the infinity sign, the good, the bad, the good, the bad, the forever fight between the good and the bad, and between the yes, this is true, but this is not true, until you don't stop in the center of that infinity sign and you maintain your balance there, you won't learn it to 5D. You will think that you know 5D, but if you have this ups and downs or moving from the one side of this infinity sign, you don't have your internal peace. Your internal peace, it's your leading guidance for you to feel the things into the 5D. I made a little post about it. Learn the difference between the 5D you feel in you and nothing happen, and the 5D you feel and happens everything. One, it's the 5D obsession. A lot of the people when they begin to be awakened, this is a good part. A lot of you gonna like it. A lot of people getting awakened from different sources. You can get awakened from a person. You can get awakened from reading a book. You can get awakened from even go out in the park and see, let's say, the ducks. You can get awakened from watching a movie or from a certain actor movies or certain singer. You can get awakened from everything that's around you. But once you get awakened from this, you begin to have this energy obsession. You begin to feel it. What happens is during your awakening, it's that everything inside of you kind of like explodes. Your illusions about life, your everything about your life is shattered into the pieces. And the reason it's shattered into pieces is that you to become the love from within. You will probably break absolutely everything around you so you can find everything inside you. And in this moments, the 5D kicks in you, and the 5D that the things that you need to do and the things that you see that happens in life, those 5D, it just happens. They happen on its own. But since you haven't let go of the control button, you trying to use the 5D to create manipulation within 5D for manifestation. And you're like, oh, I feel this, I see this, I feel this person. I'm like, all right, just time out. Did that person came to you? Did that person came to talk to you? No, they don't. Did that person, whatever you see in the vision as a 5D happens? No, it doesn't. What is the things that happens in your visions? Well, I see that I need to go to a new place. I see that I have to go and find a certain book that I learned. I see on the 5D and I found a book. This is two different 5Ds. The one it's your obsession, and the one it's the one that gives you guidance within life. So to finish it with the lines here, the line between these 5Ds differences, it's very thin. It's very thin. And one thing is that the 1,5D is going to lead you back into the duality. It's going to bring you back into this hell. The other one, it's going to lead you straight into an inner peace. And you're not going to feel like you don't want to manipulate everything. Whatever is going to happen in life, it's going to happen. And when the things happens in your life, you're going to react on it. But before that, you're not going to go and stress yourself, put yourself back into it in these positions. And the energy, it's the same. But the difference within the energy, as I said it in the post, is the 1,5D, it's like a bottle of water. It's got the energies in there. And you see the bottle and you think, yeah, somebody's gonna come in, is gonna bring the bottle for me, and they're gonna open a bottle for me, and I will drink it. But you sit and wait, and there is no bottle, and nobody comes in to give you the bottle. But a bottle is right next to you. So the action proves you what the real 5D is and what your obsession 5D is. Your obsession 5D leads you to this internal conflicts that you can't solve. And if you can't solve those internal conflicts inside of you, then the conflicts they're still there. They're not solved. But why does a conflict exist? What is the purpose of all this? So I'm going to draw you a few things up here. So in the beginning, when you're beginning to awake, here is your soul, here is your mind, here is your heart, here is your body. Since you've been living in the shadow world, you didn't know about things about yourself in your internal world and the soul. Everything that was coming here was within the society. And that society is controlling you. Controlling you, how you're supposed to look, how you're supposed to love, and how you're supposed to react, even programming through religions what you should do within your soul. But right here, this is your internal world. So when you begin to awaken, let's gonna picture like this is the earth. This is a one meteorite who comes in and strikes the earth. When it strikes the earth, when you begin to awaken, it shatters everything. This it shatters so bad that the only thing that you left with it is only your internal world. Some of you, they feel it like your world is being wiped out. You're clean. You are clean. So here is your soul. You have nothing else, and you understand that you don't possess anything else up here. All you own is your soul. What happened with the rest of the stuff, though? Now, when you take a look, the rest of the stuff, they shattered in pieces around you. They break it up. And you have to find the things called union. You're looking for a union with someone. You're looking for the union with your twin flame, soulmate, partner, divine partner, however you want to name it. The thing it is before you unite with someone who it's either like this or it's the same as you. It's got its own pieces here. They also shatter. Before you unite with somebody, you have to unite within yourself. So you're going through the union of you. If you're not going through the union of you, all you do is you're going through this magical circle of learning and learning and learning and learning without doing your inner work. So when you become into a union, you develop your inner knowing. Now, from actions from soul, you can look at it, your relationships, you can look at up your family, you can look at it your work, you can look at it your social life, you can see your friends, you can go ahead and dig deep inside of you about your positions in life as far as what do you want, and so on. If you have a kids, um, material world, and so on. So right now, when you begin to union, you look at it right here about yourself. Portions of what you need to go on, which is now right, this part right here, it's gonna go away. All you do is gonna take this proper part and you're gonna attract it to yourself. It's the same thing with every other areas. You're going to remove the stuff that doesn't work anymore. And you're going to attract only the things that you have. Now those little, if you want to call it meteorites, because of their gravitations, they come to you. You basically attracting them. And when the day you become to this part of a union, you begin those pieces, they're gonna begin to develop again around you. You develop a new earth from within, your new world. You have an updated soul that it's wide awakened. You have a mind now understanding about your soul. Your heart is true where it's belonged to, and within your society life, in your body, you right now have a completely rewrite your system. When you begin to a union, all these parts, they just come to you. Those are the situations, those are things that you have to work. Those could be also bloodlines. What I mean by the bloodlines, because there was a question about the bloodlines, Dio. Can you tell us more about the bloodlines? Here's about the bloodlines cleaning. This is you. So you may have a mother and a father, um, grandpa, grandma, you know, two times. You may have a brother, sister, and so on. Since before your awakening, you had this bloodline giving you certain things. Now, since you awaken, you will find that somehow within the bloodlines, you begin to heal yourself. You bring from within the bloodlines of the healing that you did in you to pass it into your bloodline. If you had situations that wasn't good, situations that you run away from your family, situations that you basically did the right things. Now we have to go back and fix them. Why though? Why now all of a sudden when you begin and you go into a union with another person, all of a sudden these things begins to you. They kind of like a swamp you, because it has to be cleaned. There is a job, there is a hard feelings, there could be a any kind of sort of issues, material things, possessions or inheritance, wherever the situation might be. All of a sudden they're gonna come to you and you have to solve them. Why is the question? Why do you have to solve these family issues? In order you to create the perfect union with yourself and a perfect union with your twin flame or soulmate, however you want to call it, you have to straighten out your situations. So the family is not gonna be affect you. You're creating a family that it's have a new base. If you guys been watching my videos and you are familiar with my triangle, when you go in your road of awakening, then you come down. So first you learn about love and everything. Second of all, once you learn the 5D, you came down again into the 3D. Why you came in here? Just a little bit before you really have to do a new life in the 3D, right in here, right just before that, you end up in the process of cleaning absolutely everything. The reason for this point is you to be perform what you learn. You have to perform everything you learned. When you perform everything in your life, it's gonna be feels like at the same time you learn to let it go. At the same time you have to surrender, and at the same time you have to trust where you're going. But how you trust? You trust your internal peace. The internal peace is your leading internal guide from within you, within the soul, not something else. When you have that internal peace within your internal world, the soul, it's where you know that it's safe for you to go ahead and go forward. But the healing of everything that it goes around, and you put yourself back together, then you become the person you went all this journey through. All this journey of you to evolve and you to be together, it's because of this exact moment to perform, not because of anything else. And it is about you to remove the illusions from in you. From a lot of the people who they want to be in union, and why they are not in union, it's the main reason is they didn't unite themselves. They didn't finish the work of the internal uniting themselves. They think that somebody has to come in and completes them. No. Before you getting complete with somebody else, you have to complete your own self. When two people come in and work together to help each other, to complete each other in self, and then once they are putting all those pieces together, then you will have the union. because within the union, the two people will bring the things they will need in this lifetime, only the things they need. They're gonna remove everything else, and they're gonna have the same internal world, the same heart, the same mind, and the same outcome within the bodies, and the same outcome towards the society. This now you call the twin flames. The two people who are matching from within in. But what is determinate who is your twin flame? Determinations of your twin flame is few characteristic. One of the biggest characteristic that I'm telling the people, communication. You got no communication with a person, but you have 5D obsession communication, and nothing happens in the real world, then the person is not ready for you, or the person is not your twin flame. Another thing is, gonna comes in and meet you, we're gonna go ahead and talk, and then you never see this person. It's like the aliens take him away. You can't find him on the phone, he doesn't answer your calls, he doesn't answer anything about you. Here is the part, it's not the truth. Another thing that you should have to take a look is, if you were a twin flame, you will have the same thing from within. The same kind of like similar situations will happen pretty much at the same time. And when you have a daily communication with your twin, the communications are actually helping this union to become more strong, more powerful. People who doesn't have a communication with their twin flame, most of them, they're going into 5D obsession, 4D obsession, 3D obsession, and they just go into this magical circle. The real twin flame, it comes in not to control you. The real twin flame comes to you to support you. And the way that we support you is gonna be by, listen, I will do this, and they do it. I will make this happen, and they do it. You will feel that part, that when you begin to awake, right at the beginning, right at the very beginning, you learn to seek few things. Some of those few things are, when you begin to awake, is number one, energy and soul. Number two, communications. Number three, actions. And number four, it's union. So you get the awaken, you get to the energy soul and the soul, you have this connection that exists, and you're trying to approach the person, which is you're trying to go to a stage two, which is the communications. So most of the time there is no communications. That means you can't move here. You're not ready to move here. It's not the right person. But if it is the right person, the communications, they're going to turn into actions of love. Once the actions of love are made, after those actions, you're going through a union. But if someone comes in and says, yeah, I'll do this and this, and there is no actions, then they can't become part of a union. It's applied for all type of relationships. You can take a work, you can take a personal relationships, friends relationship, family relationships. You can take anything there, it's there. Why are you not happy? The reason is you're not happy is because you desire to have communication with a person who doesn't want to have communications. You're not happy because the certain things don't happen the way you thought they should have been. They must been. A lot of the people I've been talking to, they're demanding from the person they thought is a twin flame, listen, she or he have to do this. They have to do it on their own. The whole part is not to control. The whole part is to flow from within. Happens naturally on its own way. A love that is different. A love that you don't have to push for anything. You don't have to ask for anything. You don't have to demand anything. All that love does is bring that internal peace inside of you. And to go back to the part of the union, once you put yourself together, you understand what you're looking for. You're looking for the person who is ready for you. You're looking into yourself first. Once you unite yourself, those little pieces, your old shattered world, you bring it together, you, right now, you're ready. You're ready to be, because now you become the twin flame on your own. Now, the third part here, the universe knows who is your twin flame. The universe knows that you are ready, to do the actions, you are ready to perform, then the universe brings a person who is the same as you. Then the circle's getting closed. Now the two people have to go ahead and break. They see what they have to let go here. So the only thing that will left, it's their unite internal world with everything that's gonna work in the union. This, it's what it's called the bubble. A bubble is gonna be protected by the love from both of the people, both of the situations. And when you solve your issues at work, family, every issues that you have to fix, you have a clean base to build this union, to be the more pure, the more beautiful, the more understanding, to be the more part of love. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Looking for your comments. Guys, be love.